What's it called? What's it called? What's it called? No, he doesn't even know what it's called. What's it called? What's it called?
So we just found out something interesting about each other while talking off mic. Caleb and I are both really big Val Kilmer fans.
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
I was quoting him in Tombstone. There's that line where he is pointing a gun at somebody. It's Michael Biehn, actually. Another guy I'm a fan of who I don't know what the fuck is going on with him, but he's been great in everything he did.
Yeah.
Anyway, he was the villain in that movie, and he was like, "You're gonna hit me, you're seeing double." And then Val Kilmer says, "I got 2 guns, one for each of you." And I feel like I think about that quote like once a week. I remember I snuck into the theater to see that movie. I was like 12, and I was like, "What is going on? Oh my god! I didn't know there could be guns and cursing in a movie at the same time."
That's such a good one to sneak into, because it's not like you're sneaking into, you know, The Exorcist or something that's actually going to like shatter your 12-year-old brain.
It's just shooting.
Yeah,
it's just people being mean to each other and shooting. And there's heroin, but you don't know it's heroin because it's in a bottle.
I've never seen a Western and been like shook.
Yeah, totally.
Even
my mom didn't know, but
the lady's wearing like 35 skirts. I'm like, all right, this is fine.
My unbeknownst to my mother, my father let me watch Paint the Wagon Red, and I was not prepared for the amount of horses and guns that I could see. A child cannot handle that amount of horseback riding and dust. But so also I don't really know what the fucking deal is with Val Kilmer. I didn't see the movie about him.
Yeah.
Anyway, the reason I bring him up is I still like him. Sometimes you just want your face to be big, you know?
Sometimes you want a big face.
You want a big face. And that's what Val Kilmer wanted. He got some surgeries and he got a bigger face. And and now everyone's mad at him. I don't know. I think maybe he went crazy or did something awful. And if he did, I don't know. I don't know what it was. I don't either.
I get it mixed up with his character in Top Gun. So in the new Top Gun, he can't talk. And,
is that true?
Yeah.
The Iceman?
Spoiler.
The Iceman can't talk.
Iceman's having trouble forming words.
Wow,
so
man.
I didn't know how much of that was Val Kilmer or the character. And I haven't Googled it. So this might be very offensive and wrong, but I just assume Tom Cruise's character is Maverick.
Yes, of course. So, Top Gun is absolutely how I know all of those actors. And every time I see a movie that those actors are in, I feel the same way. Like every Mission Impossible movie, I'm like, wow, Maverick really knows how to climb buildings.
Remember that movie where Maverick had to get into a sex party to prove something to his wife?
Yeah. Remember that that Top Gun prequel where Maverick is house sitting and he's running around naked with sunglasses on, taking videos of himself sliding across the hardwood floor?
I love when Maverick won the War of the Worlds. You know? I think that should have gone on his badge.
Remember when Maverick was a samurai?
I've still never seen The Last Samurai.
Me neither.
But just the thought, like that culturally, I would love to know. Is it insensitive that we're implying that the last samurai was a white guy?
That's like a thing that people get mad about. That is like, I think unequivocally, you can't even argue. Like, remember when Matt Damon was in a movie called The Great Wall of China, and he was like, it was like, Jesus Christ, guy. Another one that was really good was, did you see the Bible movie? I think we've talked about this. The Bible movie that like Tony Scott made, or Ridley, whichever one didn't die.
Oh wait, wasn't Christian Bale like a pharaoh?
Yeah, no, he was Moses. He was fucking Moses.
Oh, he was Moses.
It was just all these people that lived in Egypt, and they were all fucking. It was like Joel Edgerton was Ramses, dude. It was so crazy, and it's just like the most obviously egregious. Like, we just want white people to play these, but that's what we want, and so we did it. The movie could have been called "Fuck You." Man, even the Bible doesn't say Ramses was white.
It would be fun. Like, it would make more sense literally in North Korea if North Korea was making a Bible movie and they're like, look, we are isolated from the international. Best we could do is a Korean Jesus. Okay. That's the best we could do. But we have this is in America.
Well, that's actually probably the most astute observation that could be made about this. Not to get too dark, but that's like, yeah, literally what happened. We were like, we are America and we own the world. So Pharaoh Ramses was white. Ramses was white. And it's played by Joel Edgerton, the most British looking man in the fucking world.
Oh, there's I watched the Noah where Russell Crowe is Noah. Yeah. I think Emma Watson is the one.
Isn't that made by like Darren Aronofsky or something too?
It's like, I think so one thing we know about Noah is he's not Australian, and for sure not Australian.
That's like my favorite genre of movie that has occurred in the past 20 years, where like an art house filmmaker makes like, it's like Guillermo del Toro making Pinocchio. Like, I haven't seen it yet. It looks amazing.
Yeah, it does.
And it can be good. It's just so funny. Like, these guys, they spend their career being like, I'm going to make something fucked up and weird. And then they make like fucked up, weird shit where like aliens have eyeballs in their hands and they climb out of a tree to save you from demons or whatever. And then they're like, yeah, now I'm going to make my version of Aladdin. And I love it, dude. It's so funny. It's so funny. David Fincher presents Wheels on the Bus. It's awesome, dude. I want it to keep happening so much.
Will. I mean, you know, they gotta make every I want. You know what I watched the other day?
David Lynch's Schoolhouse Rock. You watch Clue?
Clue movie?
Yeah, not in a long time, but yeah, with what's his name? I watched it
on the plane. Tim Curry is the butler. Yeah. And it's a movie based on a board game. Yeah. And it is surprisingly like it was an 80s board game movie. So in my head, I'm thinking, oh, this is like for kids. It is. Maybe kids were different in the 80s, but it is insane what they put in that fucking movie.
I mean, the fact that there are movies out of board games is like, it's weird because we're just like, that's like a joke that comedians make. Like, a movie. I mean, there's a movie called Battleship, and it's about like aliens.
Right, and it's like some things shouldn't be gritty.
Yeah,
like if there was a Scrabble movie, and one of the characters was dyslexic.
Oh my god!
You know, it's like why? Like, totally. Dude, there's literally a scene in Clue where fucking Doc from Back to the Future. Christopher Lloyd with a pipe in his mouth. Like I think the maid is like, oh, you can't have sex in that position. He goes, yeah, let me show you. And he literally like bends her over a couch to like get in it. It's like nuts. It's crazy. It's a game for children. And the whole thing is crazy.
Scrabble movie. And the movie is that 4 people are trapped in a cube and there's no doors or windows to get out. And on one wall is a big grid, and they figure out they can only get out if they spell a bunch of words and they get enough points.
And you know, for everything you misspell, you got to cut off a finger,
a limb. Yeah, totally. Right. Or there's like some you get sent to the next cube over if you spell something wrong or you don't get enough points in the allotted time. The board goes blank and you get shoved into another torture cube with another type of torture that you get until you get a triple word score.
doesn't it sound like if you're pitching, like it really sounds like a joke in a sitcom where they're like, "Oh, you're ready for your pitch today, right?" And they're like, "Oh," and then they look around the room and go, "How about Battleship?"
Battleship. I know. It's so wild that was made.
Yeah.
It is
Rihanna.
unbelievable.
Crazy.
It's who made it?
I wonder when you agree to be in the movie based on Battleship, do you even read the script? Or are you like, the script? Like, I don't think they do. They just agree.
No.
I would be, I gotta know.
Directed by Peter Berg, who also directed like a bunch of other garbage. So that makes sense. He directed Deepwater Horizon, Patriots Day, which is not a movie he has directed almost exclusively Mark Wahlberg movies. Lone Survivor, Mile 22, Patriots Day, Deepwater Horizon. He also directed Hancock, that movie about how Will Smith can fly. And
he comes so hard he shoots holes in the ceiling.
Is that true?
Oh, yeah. That's in Hancock. When he comes, it's like Superman. It shoots a hole in the ceiling.
Oh, man. That does happen to me. That can happen to a man. I
love the sound of rain on a tin roof. I also love the sound of coming so hard.
Man, I've had to repair a lot of ceilings.
My roommate hates me.
Yeah, man. One time I was jerking off in the living room, and I fucking blew his door right off.
Doctors hate this man.
Because he was in there jerking off. So now we can see each other jerking off. We know what each other's dick looks like, and he knows that I got powerful enough cum to take a door off a room, So, man, he never looked at me the same. Oh, man. Yep.
Well, there's a comic in Atlanta. He's so funny, Tanner Inman, and he had a bit about how it was like, he's like, I'm tired of jerking off in front of my cat. He gets really distracted, and I'm like, hey, I'm trying to show you something.
Oh shit, that's fucking funny. That's so funny. There's this comic in New York named Jeff Sheen, who's really funny.
Yeah.
And we were just on 51st Jokes, and he closed it, and he did this joke that made me laugh so hard, where he was like, shit, I don't even remember exactly how he got there, but he was like talking about his dog. Wow, this is funny. I'm gonna like accidentally make him look bad. It believe me, the setup got there, but he's like talking about his dog and hanging out with his dog and like thinking about his dog a lot or something. And then he was like, don't worry, I don't fuck my dog. It's a Chihuahua. It would kill it. I was like, oh man, I lost it, dude.
Would kill it.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
There's
dude.
good jokes out there.
I know. It's so fun to just talk about comedians' jokes.
Yeah. I can't being a joke thief is bad, but I get it.
Right.
I do.
You just love the joke.
Yeah.
And you feel bad about yourself.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, if you have like a weak moment, you could be like, hey, I'm going to steal. I'm bad and they're good. And I want to be them. So I will.
Yeah.
That's not to excuse it. Don't do it. If you're listening, dear God.
Yeah, don't steal jokes.
You motherfucker.
I do think you're allowed to, like, it's not even stealing. Like, when you get heckled, I think almost everyone is doing the same 90% of responses to hecklers,
Oh, yeah, totally.
Which is...
Yeah. I'm going to fucking kill you. I'm going to come out there and I'm going to fucking kill you. Which is what I say. I say word for word. I'm going to come out there. You say one more thing. I'm going to come out there. I'm going to slit your fucking throat with the knife that I have in my pocket. And you're going to die in front of this whole audience.
Sometimes because it's hard for me to be mean. So sometimes I'll try to be very matter of fact and I'll go, you have a lot of trouble socially. And and you're kind of, it seems like you're going through a hard time in your life where you're sort of spiraling, and your friends aren't going to be honest with you. They're just going to hang out with you a little less and less as the years go on because they're embarrassed to be around you. And one day you're going to die not knowing how negative people felt around you. And you won't be able to stop it because you're too old now to admit you've been wrong for so long. So if you want to keep doing this, it's not going to matter to me either way, but you could stop at any time. And I'll just go as far as I can.
I love that. That's great. Yeah, dude, that's really good. You have to find like it's a weird thing where I think the worst thing about heckling, like the thing that perpetuates heckling the most, right, is that no one in the room except for the comedian and the comedians watching understand that, like, no one understands how infuriating, distracting, and horrible it is. Because if you let on that you're as angry as you are, then it will completely change the temperature of the room and you won't be able to do stand-up anymore. So you literally, it's like one of the only situations where this is true. Like, I can't be totally emotionally honest because it would make everything hard for me. And so people just do it forever because they just don't know. We can't tell them. And then you tell them after and they're like, but you were having fun. And it's like, I had to. Right. No one ever actually finds out because I think every now and then someone will freak out. Like I have once or twice, I've actually just ruined my set to be like, you're a piece of shit. Because then when you do that, you change the temperature of the room and everyone's mad at you. So then they're like, oh, well, you're the one who fucked it up, not me. Like they never know that. Oh God, it drives me insane. And
and people always use the analogy of, oh, I don't come down to where you work and knock the dick out of your mouth, insinuating that if you're a sex worker, you would be upset if someone was knocking dicks out of your mouth.
Right.
Which is not the best analogy. The best one would be if you were a stripper and someone in the crowd started saying, fuck you, stripper. And then you still had to sexily be like, ooh, like, because you can't suddenly be like, eat shit. You still got it. You're still doing your job.
Right. That's a really good point. Also, probably a even better analogy for that person is I don't come down to your cubicle and unplug your computer. Like, I don't, you know what I mean?
While you're pitching an idea to your boss.
Yeah,
so you
exactly.
can't,
I don't come down to your construction site and punch you in the face. Well, I mean, why can't you operate a crane when you're getting punched in the face? I don't understand why you're not capable of finishing the surgery while I'm screaming at you.
I did a bit the other day about, how Jay-Z said, you're the best in the world at something. You just got to figure out what it is.
Mm-hmm.
You know how he says that? Like all that grind set stuff. Like, ooh, you can be an entrepreneur. You're so good. You have some huge, great gift inside of you, and you just got to figure it out. You're the best in the world. It's not true at all.
Right.
That's not even possible. There aren't even enough things for the amount of people. There's like too many billions of people. There's not even that amount of things to do on Earth. So you're not. A lot of people they're stupid and unkind, and they smell bad, and they're horrible. They have no redeeming qualities, and they are not going to get any better. And their life is probably a net negative, and the world would be better off without them. And that is you right now.
Yeah. I will say that Jay-Z quote, Jay-Z might be correct. I think that there are actually 8 or 9 billion things that one can do on Earth. It's just that 7 or 8 billion of them are negative. So, like,
yeah, you could be the most effective heckler.
Yeah, maybe you're the best in the world at smashing frogs with a hammer. maybe that's what you're good at. And I really hope you never find that out.
So someone out there got gonorrhea quicker than anyone else.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes, totally. Maybe, yeah. Maybe you're absolutely unmatched at getting divorced. Maybe your ability to make other people feel sad is more honed than everyone else on earth. You're just throwing sadness around, which would be a real superpower.
But that is funny. But I think that most people, like, the best is you're tied for worst at something. You're in a 5 billion way tie.
Yeah.
For smelliest person.
Totally.
You smell as bad as a billion other people.
We also know anyone who is in any professional field knows that there's also no way of knowing that, because all of the people that the world considers to be the best at a thing, the other people in that field know they're wrong.
Right.
Like the most famous comedians in the world, a fair amount of them were like, no, that's not correct.
And there isn't even a best comedian. It's not even a thing.
Right. Totally. Except for, Donald Trump. Most long form.
Who's the best
troll.
duck? I don't know. All duck. The duck. You're a duck.
Every duck is the best at something.
That's how it sounds to me. Every duck is the best in the world at something. No. Most of them aren't interesting enough to find out what it is.
Every rat is the best rat at something. Man, maybe you're a rat comedian, Maybe you eat a lot of cheese, You're gonna find it. Maybe you build little houses for your rat kids to live in faster than other rats, Just go out there and search, Maybe you know how to find banana peels better than any other rat.
I would love it if rats had entrepreneur motivational speakers.
Yeah, totally. I mean, take me, for example. I spent my whole life, pack of rats, rooting through garbage, just like all the other rats. And, every now and then I'd find a can that still had some soup in it, or actually, no, Pizza Rat. Used to hang out with Pizza Rat. And so obviously there's Pizza Rat. But then in my 40s, you're never going to believe this, 44 years old, I realized that I carry a horrible version of the plague. And man, I have killed millions. And so, success comes when you least expect it. So, yeah.
Little rat dogs.
Pizza Rat can't call me a fucking loser anymore. I'll tell you, man, that guy was a dick. That guy, he got in one human YouTube video, and his head just exploded. Man.
Did you hear? I don't know if this is true. I heard a rumor, and I didn't look it up. But I heard that on YouTube, if you curse, if you say the F word too many times, they can demonetize you. If it's excessive cursing.
Huh.
Did you hear that?
No, but I mean, they just straight up, TikTok just shuts your audio off if there's too much cursing, which has happened to us a bunch of times.
I thought that would it. I thought it's
unbelievable. I mean,
insane to me.
Something I'm not. When we were putting out lots and lots of clips, we would censor curse words in the captions, and look, you got to do what you got to do. I think that if we do it, I think that I am okay with that. One thing I really will never do, and I can't believe we're doing in general, is write segs instead of sex.
Oh,
yeah. I was having, the person in the video says I was having sex, but then the caption says SEGGS. And I have a lot of friends who do that, and it's because of the TikTok algorithm. And, I know we're out here trying to get followers, so I don't hate you for doing it, but I'm not going to do it, man. I can't do it. That's my line. I can't fucking do that. Segs. Makes me want to throw up every time I see it.
Really, really lame.
It's lame. It's so lame.
It's just lame.
You're making comedy for babies now.
Which actually, I mean, I get that they want kids on TikTok, right? That's not their business model. They want children on this app. But then it's like, okay, so if you know enough to change it to segs so that kids can see it, like,
they
it's
already
weird to
know
me.
you're saying sex. Like, what the
I don't
fuck?
think
they can
kids
hear you.
should even. I don't give a shit. I think there's people care so much about kids. I don't think they matter that much. I don't think they're the future, and I hate that it's all this. Ooh, like I don't
Well,
want.
they are the future, but they're only the future in the way that like one day my cat will die. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? Like, and so will I. And my bed is where I sleep. It's just like what kids are.
but
Is
why
that
is the
they?
future? People always think it's good. I'm sure there were parents in like
Oh no, it's not good.
in
It's bad.
1910 in Germany that were like, these kids are the future, and it's like, yeah, they were going to be Nazis, and it's going to end Earth almost.
Yeah.
You know?
I
That's
think
not
the
good.
kids are the future showed up in the 80s and those kids created like plastic and the internet and like these things that are killing us. And
Yeah,
yeah, those kids grew up to be like, you know, fucking Jared Kushner.
right,
Like
right.
he was the future once and now he's the now and it
Yeah,
sucks.
and it
Mhm.
sucks. I just
Mhm.
think it's so stupid. I hate that people and I now where people are like, don't let your kids go see this new Disney movie. Like, who gives a like don't you Disney doesn't owe you movies your kids like. Who even gives a shit? Why don't you
Yeah.
what your kids need new content all the time? Like, what is wrong with you?
Also,
They're
when would you like your kids to find out about sex? It's going to happen. When's okay? What's the year? So is it
right.
not is it 16? 16 is too early. Is it 14? And so what's happening is that even this thing I'm saying right now, that type of person is like gets grossed out and it's like,
Right.
do not talk about sex and kids in the same sentence. And it's like, yeah, well, you got to tell them.
Right.
So
You
when are you
either
going to
you
do it?
tell them or they will find out like I did on the bus. Which
Yeah.
let me tell you, not great.
The bus is where most of us got our sex ed. I remember I was in 5th grade. This kid I was hanging out with, I got on the bus and he was really excited. He had a new friend. I did not know this kid and I didn't trust him. He had a JanSport backpack, which I couldn't get my parents to give me. So he was too cool. And
Very
so I was scared he was going to beat me up. And I was like, "What's up, man?" And he was like, "Oh yeah, me and Brandon, we've been talking about it. We're really excited to have sex with a girl." And I was like, "What are you talking about?" What I was like, "I don't know what that is." And they're like, "Yeah, man. Well, your penis gets hard, and the girl has a pussy." And I was like, "This is insane."
Whoa, it's still nuts to me hearing it now.
Yeah, I was like, "I don't know what this is." And he was like, "And then, you know, you put your hard dick in," and I was like, "What? What is happening?" And I don't even think I actually registered what he was saying as real. I was like, "Uh-huh. All right. Well, I'm not going to hang out with you anymore because you're like a fucking lunatic who talks about my dick getting hard. What are you talking about? I pee out of my dick. If it got hard, I couldn't pee anymore." So now I got a hard dick and there's pee everywhere. Or it just stays inside me. So I'm full of pee with a hard dick, and I gotta like talk to a girl. Girls are gross. Like, what are you talking about? It was during an era where I still thought girls were gross. So girls are
Yeah.
gross, and I got to think about their pussy, which I didn't even know about. And now it's wet, and my dick is hard, and I can't pee. And so I was like, I didn't want to talk to him or Brandon anymore.
No. The first thing I saw on the bus was a camera phone, horrible old camera phone video of a tiger having sex with a woman. Like, you know, I would have preferred
Jesus.
my parents to tell me what sex was instead of going,
Right.
oh, so it's something the tigers and ladies do.
Caleb, sit down. When a tiger loves a woman very, very much.
Yeah, I didn't want to see that.
I also love that that's like, I feel like that simple thing, that simple fear that our parents' generation had of us like thinking of sex as something casual,
Yeah.
like that tiny thing fucked us all up. I remember it being like when a man loves a woman very, very much. And now I know that that's just really not true a lot of the time. And that's fine.
Right.
You can love them a little. I like it when we love each other a lot. But I know plenty of people that have had sex with people they fucking hate.
Yeah, most married couples, when a man is fallen out of love with a woman,
Yeah,
but
totally.
a few times a year they would like another child.
Yeah. Totally. Son, sit down. When a man is horny and a woman is also horny, and they're in the same room, sometimes the man will talk to the woman, and sometimes the woman will talk to the man. And in one of those situations, at times they decide that they would like to stop being horny, and that's the person that will stop that for them. And so they have sex. And in the morning, it's a little weird because they both realize it didn't really mean that much and they wanted it to. So it's awkward, but they're not horny anymore, which feels pretty good.
It's always when a man loves a woman. It's never when a woman loves a man. You know what I mean?
Totally. Yeah. It's also, yeah.
When a woman has been horny for a long time, the guy's not fucking picking up on any of these hints. And she goes, look, dickhead, 3 a.m. now. Would you please do something?
Can I go to your house? Sure, we can watch a movie. We'll watch a movie at your house.
I love starting movies at 2 a.m.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. No, we'll have a drink at your house. We'll have one more drink right now at your fucking house.
What I love in those old movies sometimes, like in the 40s, they'll be like, you want to come up for a cup of coffee? It's midnight. Hey, you want to have a cup of coffee? Oh, I love a cup of coffee.
That's so funny.
I'm due back at the office at 6 a.m.
You know what I'm going to start saying at the end of a successful date? I'm going to be like, hey, do you want to come up to my place and take a nap? I have a couch and a bed. We can both take separate naps. What do you think about that?
There was a really old SNL sketch. I can't remember the concept. That it was like a game show sketch, and Chevy Chase was one of the contestants, and then there was a woman on there, and they were like, "And Chevy Chase from Cincinnati, Ohio, he's enjoys sex with lots of different women. Is that right, Chevy?" And he's like, "Yes, I do. I like sex with as many women as I can." He's like, "Well, maybe you could have sex with one of the women." And then one of the women was like, "I'd love to have some sex. Like, maybe after the show, these two will have sex. We'll be right." It was just like so insane. And he's like, "Yeah, I'd like that. I would like that." It's like this world where no one cares.
Wow, that's crazy.
I would like some sex.
Oh yes.
I wonder if there's people like that, like that are so casual that just at the end of the day they just go, "Well, that was a lot of fun. Would you like to have some sex?"
There are people like that. I know
that's
a couple.
Wild to me.
I actually know it's like people who have that ethical slut mentality where they're like, you want to have sex with a ton of people, and so you're like, well, I'm just gonna tell everyone that, and I'm gonna let them know up front that I'm just trying to fuck and I don't want any attachment. And if that's not okay with you, then you can leave at the beginning. I know like a couple people that do that, and they're being forward and upfront, but sex still means a lot to me, and I like can't.
Yeah,
I can't. Good. Yeah, it's like a funny thing where like I don't know if it's because like growing up with reserved, strict parents, or just because I'm anxious or the world telling me, but I definitely am like. It's wrong to think. I'm just like it's wrong to say you're not attached at all. I couldn't. Even the times I've had casual hookups, I couldn't make it about that.
Well, sex is a crazy thing. It's wild to eat. Like, there's a lot that can go wrong with it. So someone needs to be considerate somewhere.
Well, that's the thing. There are feelings involved no matter what. And that's how it feels to me is what I'm saying. And the thing is like, I personally think, you can have like a connection that's just that night. But it is a thing
that can make a kid or a disease spread. So it's wild to just be like, not like, no, like of every slut thinks they're ethical. I've been an ethical slut in a time or two in my life, but you still should, like, I don't know.
But no, no, totally. I think we feel the same.
It's a thing.
I also am not like judging these people. It's apparently been fine as far as I know. But like I know a couple people where they're what they do is they're like right at the top of the date. Like, just so you know, I'm not in this for anything except hooking up. If you're not into that, I'll see ya. And I get it. Like, I think being upfront and forward with people and straight up with them is what you got to do. Yeah. But doing that exact way feels cold to me, and I can't do it. I just can't.
Oh
do it.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard to It's also funny, like I always ask people whenever I have friends like that too, and I'll be like, "Oh yeah, does it ever go wrong?" And the other person that gets hurt anyway, they go, "Oh yeah, all the time,
Every
most of the
time. Every
Yeah,
single time.
every single time, every single time they think they're okay with it, and later they change their mind and they get sad. Oh, well, that's why I don't do it
Yeah.
because I have done that where I was like, "We're just
Mhm.
friends, right? Just hook it up." Yes, and then a lot of crying very soon.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's tricky.
Yeah.
It's a tricky thing.
Speaking of which,
The Ben Shapiro's beard update.
It is shaved.
The Ben Shapiro's beard update.
welcome
So
to What's It Called, everybody.
We're
Oh,
the
I'm
Potato
sorry.
Boys.
I'm sorry. Caleb had an addendum to.
The Ben Shapiro's beard update.
I do have an addendum. I did a little digging this week in preparation for the Ben Shapiro beard update, and I found that he has mentioned because the thing that bothered me was that it was there and then it was gone with no explanation. So I was forced to come up with one on my and mine. It's pretty close to what I think we all thought. Because I watched him on the Full Send podcast, and they asked him about it. Because these are like I don't know if you've ever seen the Full Send podcast.
No.
They're just like dumb dudes that don't know anything. Like they interviewed OJ, and they're like, "So you didn't do it, right?" And he's like, "No," and they're like, "Oh, sweet." Like they're not.
Wow. That's crazy.
They sit there and they like drink their own hard seltzer during the show. Like they had Trump
Okay.
on, but they had Ben Shapiro on, and they're like, what happened to that beard? Because they're just dumb dudes.
They're idiots. Yeah.
And he goes, it was an experiment, and it ended. And they were like, what happened? He goes, my wife didn't like it.
Wow. Huh. Well,
Which
damn
is
it.
what I kind of assumed. Whenever I see a beard show up and then disappear, I assume that it someone's partner was not thrilled.
Totally.
Yeah. So that's what happened. But it might be back. We never know.
The Ben Shapiro's beard update.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That sounds like it might be the end of the.
The Ben Shapiro's beard update.
I mean,
I don't know. I want to keep following it because I the more I've dug into him and his wife's relationship, the more I'm not certain of its stability. So he might be single and bearded up soon. I don't know.
That's true.
Because when he told his wife he loved her, she didn't say it back for like a while.
What? Is that a thing?
Mm-hmm. Dude, I do research for the Ben Shapiro's beard update.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wait, his wife didn't say it back to him?
Well,
this is like a thing
said it, and she would
show?
say thank you for a while.
And he talks about this.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then finally she said it back, and then they got married immediately.
Sure.
Yeah. And then he grew a beard.
Okay.
The Ben Shapiro's beard update.
Welcome to What's It Called, everybody. We're the Potato Boys.
Yeah.
Shout out to all you Richard Carnes out there. It's nice that you're here with us listening to our stupid fucking show. Yeah, lay your dumb ass down.
Lay that ass down.
Yeah. Put
Just
it on
your
a bed.
ass.
Put your butt on a bed. That's our new catchphrase. Put your butt on a bed,
here's something
y'all.
I wonder about. I'm sure you've had a girlfriend and a bunch.
A few.
Yeah, in tents and houses all over the world.
They
you ever do this?
usually live in tents. Yeah.
Do you ever, if a lady is laying on a bed on her stomach, do you ever lay your head on their butt like it's a pillow? You ever
Of
done
course
that?
I do.
I think most men have. And I
nice.
think they like it because they're like, oh, they like my butt. It's nice and peaceful. But I'll tell you this. I've never had a lady lay her head on my ass like a pillow.
Right.
And I'm wondering how many straight women
have ever done that.
Enjoy plopping their head down on a man's.
Probably not many. And those who do, not for long, because they got shit on right away. Because the thing is, I don't mean that, obviously, but definitely, I think one of the reasons that doesn't happen is that if that were to happen, either the first or second or third time, and no later than that, literally after 1 to 3 times of them laying their head on their man's butt, he farted and went, ha, 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 ha. And then he told his friends that he did that. Because he's a piece of shit. Because he's a fucking piece of shit. Yeah, yeah.
I also noticed that a lot of ladies, they have a way to make their ass smell like something else. And I can just get out of a shower that lasted 45 minutes and my ass, you smell it, you know it's an ass, you know.
Not only does my ass generally always smell like human shit, sometimes my face does. I don't know how. I guess they took their butt smell and gave it to my face. You're right. It is nice to rest your head on a butt.
Yeah, yeah. But I don't think it goes both ways.
Yeah, totally. We have a new bit here on what's it called? Real quick. This is a big stupid show where we're stupid and you're stupid and everything's dumb and nothing means anything. And we just appreciate you a lot. Our website is whatsitcalled.rodeo. Our merch store, shop.whatsitcalled.rodeo. We're at whatsitpod on Instagram and Twitter. And our email is whatthehellisitcalled@gmail.com. On our website, there's links for our Patreon and our Discord. And there's just all sorts of shit you can do with us. And I hope you do. Yeah. We're sponsored by El Segundo Brewing, which is the greatest building in the world.
Greatest building. They have really big tanks of beer, and it's all good.
Yeah, totally. And we do mean like army tanks. They brew their beer in massive Abrams tanks. Yeah. So, and if you try to drink any other beer anywhere else in El Segundo, they fucking kill you.
And you deserve it. Don't drink beer that's not El Segundo. I don't care how far you have to drive, how much it costs. And let me tell you, the cost is reasonable.
That's right. El Segundo, the only beer that ever was. And that's the what's it called promise that every other beer you've ever had, you didn't actually have because it wasn't there.
Yeah, it was a waste of time.
Yeah, it's all an illusion, but El Segundo is real and it gets you drunk. And it's very
damn
good.
Right it does. And it's a good clean drunk.
Yeah, totally. Not this dirty drunk like those fucking, you know what I mean? You know, every time you drink a Budweiser, you end up killing like 14 people.
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly.
Yeah,
that's why I've never had it because I don't want to be a murderer. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we have a new bit that we would like to debut here. It's actually a bit that I like toyed with, the tiniest bit on my solo podcast a while ago. And it's just that here's the thing. I really enjoy, as does Caleb, things that are just, you know, sort of soften up your life. Life is stressful. Mental health issues are real for all of us. Anxiety and depression come at you constantly. So things like meditating are very helpful. And just being out in nature is very helpful. And just really anything that takes away the hustle and bustle and the extremeness of the world that ramps your anxiety up. But also, I don't know. I don't really want to do it and not be a fucking moron. So,
Peaceful shit. Peaceful shit. Peaceful shit.
All right, everyone. Welcome to Peaceful Shit. Focus on the sounds of the birds and the... Oh, no, I guess that's a saxophone. And just imagine that you're a human ass. You're a human person's butt. And can you imagine anything more peaceful than a butt?
Just your boyfriend just got on the bed and laid his dirty head on your clean ass.
Except you're the butt. It's not your butt. It's you. There's a head on you. And everything is everything all at once as this head is upon you because you're a butt that just just took a shit. And when you're a butt that has no more shit to shit, well, your task has been performed and your place on this earth is validated, and well, you're without pressure in every single way.
If an ass takes a shit in the woods and no one smells it, is it still an ass?
These are the types of questions we would like you to ask yourself here on Peaceful Shit.
Imagine that you're laying your head on yourself, which is an ass, and it's 6:30 in the evening, and one of your friends just canceled plans with you that night, so you get to be just an ass on the bed, guilt-free.
So now you're a butt and a head and a person with a butt and a head all at once. And none of those things have any shit in them. There's no shit in your butt. There's no shit in you, the butt. And there's no shit in your mouth when you're the head. You don't have any shit in you, so you don't have a care in the world. What do you do next? Maybe you jerk off.
The Ben Shapiro's Beard Update.
I think that was pretty peaceful, man.
Hey, that relieves so much stress, man.
I was so stressed this week.
I'm not anymore.
No, I feel good.
Yeah, I feel perfect, dude.
Yeah, man.
Man, I think I'm so stressed out. I'm so loose. I think it might be time to get some monkeys jumping on my bed.
Oh man, I forgot about the monkeys.
No more monkeys jumping on the bed.
Man, we got a lot of sounds on this show now.
Oh man, we're sound up. We got any kind of sound you want to hear. You like music? Do you like bumpers? Do you like peaceful shit, crazy shit? We got you.
Stupid shit.
Oh, we got stupid shit.
Human shit, dog shit, donkey shit, horse shit.
So, that movie, you know that movie From Dusk Till Dawn?
Yeah. I do.
Yeah. So the book club I do with my buddies where we watch a movie every week and then we talk about it. One week we were like, yeah, we should watch. None of us had seen From Dusk Till Dawn. We're like, it's a Tarantino script. It'll be fun. You know, we all love Tarantino. Let's watch it and talk about it. Yeah. And there's a scene in there where there's like the place they want to go to where there's like hookers or something. And the guy gets out front and he's like, come in to the whatever it's called. We got white pussy, black pussy, Asian pussy, Mexican pussy. And it's just like he's like trying to hype up the crowd and get all these guys excited to come into this whorehouse. Okay. And he lists off like 25 different kinds: fat pussy, skinny pussy, tall pussy. We got that. And my buddy Blake was like, he was watching it in the living room, and his girlfriend walked in right then and was like, "What the fuck is this?" He's like, "It's for book club."
Wow.
There's no way to explain. No, this is a good movie. This is like a good script.
You just walked in at like a part where it seems like a porn movie. Me and my 4 male friends are watching porn together on Zoom. Damn, that's crazy. I still haven't seen that movie. I'm aware of it.
It's worth a watch.
I've heard it's really good.
It's something, but yeah, I gave away that scene. Sorry.
No, that's okay. Should we rename Avatar: The Way of Water?
Oh hell yeah! I think it needs a new. I think both movies need a new title. You know.
Yeah, Avatar's a stupid name. The Way of Water is a stupid name. So I had a problem with this. So Caleb and I have been trying to we're picking things that have names that suck now and trying to actually name them, which is fun. This one, though, I couldn't take it seriously because I can't take Avatar seriously, and I haven't seen it. And people are saying this second one's good, but it's 3 hours and 12 minutes long. Like, I'm not gonna go see it in the theater.
That's a lot of blue guys jumping around.
Totally. And the name's so stupid. All mine are jokes, but yeah, all mine are jokes. I tried to come up with a serious, actually real name, and I just couldn't. Even when I did that, it was just like clearly, I might as well just be saying, I fucking hate this.
How about this? How about Big?
Oh, that's fun. Yeah. So this is my name for Avatar: The Way of Water. Avatar, What the hell is going on?
How about James Cameron presents boats?
Yeah, dude. Avatar, the bowl of water. It's just as arbitrary as like what the fuck, dude?
How about Blue Moon?
Okay. The Great Underwater Alien Orgy.
Is there a lot of fucking in the second one? Maybe, probably.
I mean, I haven't seen it. The ads are like there's like love underwater.
Oh
and
boy.
sort of like so they're kissing. Yeah, it's just like underwater kissing.
Underwater kissing. That's a good name for a movie.
Aquaman with kissing. Yeah.
How about Tall Fight?
Tall Fight's really funny.
I'd
They
watch
do
a movie
fight
called
tall.
Fight. Yeah.
Okay, this is like the closest I came to a real one, and this is also my last one. Thundercats Begins.
Ooh, I would watch something called that's an exciting title.
They do all look like Panthro, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did take something.
Panthro
I actually
Begins.
think a better name, Pandora, is the name of the moon.
Oh.
Why not call it that instead of Avatar?
Oh yeah, totally.
You know?
Totally.
Pandora.
Yeah. Yeah. What about like I'm trying to think of like a Pandora pun or a Pandora like something, you know?
Pandora.
Like Pandora's box.
Box of water.
Pandora's box of water. There you go. Pandora's box of water. Oh man. And yeah, I don't know. I'm being a little bit of a grumpy dick about this. People are saying they like it, but I just really, really thought the first Avatar movie was so bad.
Yeah.
It was fun. It was a cool watch. It was like the 3D was fucking mind blowing.
Yeah, it was good to look at, you know.
Yeah.
But it's like so is watching hummingbirds at a feeder.
Yeah, right.
That doesn't mean it's that, you know, it's good. It's fun to look at the moon, you know. But
Yeah,
are we
dude.
going to nominate the moon for best picture? Like, it doesn't get better than that. Look at the moon.
Totally. Yeah.
The moon.
The moon. And then 6 years after the moon, we're going to make a bunch of moons and we're going to put them in the water. The moon, the way of the water. Yo, what if the moon was... James Cameron does have a track record of this kind of shit. And he's good at making movies, so like he gets off the hook. But like, have you heard that story about him pitching Aliens?
Oh, and he just put an S?
He put an S and then he turned the S into a $sign. That's apparently the pitch. He wrote the word alien on whiteboard. He waited a beat. He put an S at the end of it. He waited a beat. He turned the S into a $sign.
I mean, that is very funny.
It is funny. And
Great.
Who knows if that story's true, but it's also like Titanic. The concept of Titanic as a movie is like, what if Titanic was a movie? Yeah.
So for Titanic, he got on the whiteboard, he put tit, and then he did a beat.
Totally. And he changed it to tits. And then the executive's like, Titanic? What's that? And he's like, no, shit. Anyway. It's not about that. He wrote Titanic and then he changed the C to a cent symbol. And they were like, so we're going to make like 15 cents on this movie?
He's like, damn,
no.
Maybe I should do something. I can't keep doing the whiteboard pitch every time.
He wrote Terminator on the whiteboard. He waited a beat. He put 2 next to it. And then he wrote $2 billion. And they were like, oh, wow, we're going to make $2 billion.
For the Abyss, he got on the whiteboard, he wrote sex. Then he erased it and wrote the Abyss. Question mark?
Question mark. Wow. Wow. Fuck, that's so funny. Yeah, dude, it's like all of his movies are just so simple. And then Avatar is the opposite. He's like, okay, you've let me make movies about the most basic shit of all time. Now check this out. It's a bunch of well, they're blue, okay? And they live in a forest and they have tails. and we need their metal. And but it turns out that they're us and we're them. And they're like the execs are like boo, and he goes, and it's 3D, and it's really really good 3D, and they're like, oh, okay, yeah, sure.
Can their tails fuck? Yes, their
Yeah.
tails can fuck.
Hell yeah, yeah. Toby Keith's in there. All right. I've been wanting a tail fuck movie for a long time. Toby Keith, I love this tail fuck. I love it when their tails fuck. And that's the kind of type of shit you can see at my bar and grill.
It does seem. What if the who's actually running Hollywood is Toby Keith? What if that's the real?
It would explain so many things. Battleship. Make a battleship. My daughter likes playing Battleship with me. That's actually probably the reason the Battleship movie got made. The fucking executive producer was like, my son likes Battleship and we're gonna make a movie. And everyone was like, Jesus fucking Christ. Fine, dude. Robert Evans is like, what about Battleship?
That's what I hate too. I know I've been talking a lot of shit about kids, but that's my least favorite thing too. When somebody's like, I came up with this law when my son came in the room and goes, why don't we have a law that says, and then it's like, you listen to your kid.
Yeah.
Don't make laws kids thought of.
How many stories in history have you heard? It's like, this man was racist his entire life. And then one day his wife came into the room and spoke for the first time in their marriage. And she said, that's mean. And I was like, it is mean. And now I'm nice. Like, that's like so many fucking stories. Just like a guy.
I know.
Like a woman was like, stop being a dick. And he was like, fine.
Oh,
horrible. It's horrible.
Oh, we got to do our names, right?
Yeah, we got to do. We had a lot of.
Y'all love shitting on Avatar.
Yeah, well, Avatar sucks. So the game we put out on Twitter was, what if Avatar, just broad Avatar, was written by Hemingway? And dude, we got some really good ones.
Oh man, y'all crushed it.
You wanna kick it off?
Hell yeah. From Tay Snorker, the complete short stories of Ernest Him Avatar.
And man, that was just so insanely stupid. Yeah, that one had to go in. At Shibi Carlene said, a farewell to legs.
I mean, damn.
That's awesome.
Just
really
perfect. Funny. At Gritzy Ross said, Hemingway was famously laconic. I think he may have actually named it Avatar.
At Demiris says, to obtain and unobtain.
Oh.
Perfect.
What? I mean, fucking unobtainium.
I know, dude.
Who read the script? Like, in the first draft, what was it called? I haven't thought of something yet.
Like, honestly, I bet you that's what it was. We're gonna change it later, and then they just forgot a day of shooting. He was like, "Fuck!" Everyone memorized unobtainium. Fucking damn it!
Working title, like that. That's so close,
dude. Unobtainium.
We got from at Ghost Party said, "One gun can't kill us both."
That's great. Darth Plato said, the old man in the sequels.
Hell, I mean, it
very
is
good.
That is, I mean, we got a good number one, but that one is really damn good.
Especially since you heard, right, that there's going to be 5 Avatar movies total.
Right. The Way of Sand.
The Way of the Third
the
movie.
Clouds.
Yeah.
The Way of the Third movie.
Avatar 4 score and 7 movies in this franchise.
Because they got to think of a little title for all of them.
Yeah, totally.
The Way of Water's you already blew that one on number 2.
Yeah, totally. The hair on the head. Avatar 4, the hair on the head. Avatar 5, the walk to the house. Oh man.
Oh man. We got at Call Me By Your Kevin said a movable feast of blue ass.
A movable feast of blue ass is fucking.
That's so funny.
You would love how much ass you get to look at. Hemingway. At Tree Foxtrot said, bare knuckle blue man, I'm sleeping with your wife. Fuck yeah, dude. God, this is the first macho dick in recorded history.
At I Like Mike Perry said, a farewell to plot.
A farewell to plot is fucking really made me laugh. And our number one this week made me laugh so hard, dude. At Apoc Pod, a hello to arms.
That is so good.
So silly.
A
Oh,
pillow
man.
to arms.
Man,
Oh, just
y'all are the absolute best. Thank you so
Hell
much
yeah.
for being a part of the show.
Yeah.
We have our producers are the $25 level on our Patreon. Shout out to Peter Cumistra and Peter Dahlberg. Y'all are the
hell
fucking
yeah.
best. Thank you. And thank all of you who participated and who listened to the show. You're just our fucking favorite.
Hell
Thanks.
yeah.
And we didn't do Moon News, so let's do Moon News, dude, on the Patreon episode.
Yeah, join that Patreon. You get bonus shit and you help us buy a beer.
You can make emojis in the Discord, all sorts of shit.
Yeah, all kind of cool shit.
Yeah. So come on over to the Patreon app for some Moon shit. And we will see y'all next week.
Peace.
What's it called? What's it called?